Today we're talking what's in my everyday carry bag, what camera stuff, what non-camera stuff, just what's the stuff I'm carrying in here. Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Zach. I'm a photographer and videographer, but more importantly than that, I'm a husband and a father. And this is my everyday carry backpack. I'm getting ready to go on vacation with the family, and so it's about time to take everything out of this bag and move it to a different bag and add a few things, subtract a few things. And I thought this would be the perfect time to show you what are the things that I'm carrying with me as a photographer and videographer, as a dad, as a pastor, because I do work at a church as well. So I'm gonna open this up, show you what's in here, show you what I'm carrying every day and why I have it with me. And there's some things that I use not every day that just doesn't live in here, but the stuff that is in here is stuff that I'm pretty much using every single day. Now let me start by saying that I'm not sponsored by Brevite or any other brand that I'm going to mention today. Brevite did send me this backpack a long time ago, and I've done another video about that, but I'm not making any money from these bags. I will put affiliate links down below, so if there is something that you see that you're like, ooh, I'd like to add that to my everyday carry, make sure you use that affiliate link, and I will get a little bit of money from that, which would be just awesome because this is a small channel. Which, by the way, if you're watching this and you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it. If you like this video, please do hit the like button. It really makes a difference. So with that, let's jump into it. This is the Brevite Jumper bag. I believe it's 18 liters. Could be wrong on that. And it's been a fantastic little bag as an everyday carry bag. I love that it has a top compartment here where I'm able to put, you know, more like books and stuff like that. And then a camera compartment down here. So we'll jump into the camera compartment first. Okay, so to start off, the first thing that is in the bag is my everyday carry photo camera. This is the Fujifilm XT30. This is brand new to the kit as of like 3 days ago. I had the Fujifilm X100F for a while, and that died on me, and so I just picked up this XT3, and so far I am loving it. I love that it does have an interchangeable lens, although I don't have any additional lenses for it. I love the idea that I can change that up and pick up some new lenses down the road. I love the image quality that I'm getting out of this. And of course, those custom Fujifilm film presets are just amazing. I started off with the F, like I said, and when it died, I knew that there was no chance I could walk away from Fujifilm. I knew that for my everyday carry camera, I wanted something still small, still easy to use, still have a little bit of that retro vibe to it, and I love like the tactile dials on top, and still be able to have some custom presets in camera. So Fujifilm XT30, absolutely love it. I do have this short stash everyday filter on it as well, which is just a really cool filter. I had this on my F and I loved it, so I had to pick it up for the XT30. I just love the look that it gives. I love the mist filter. Great. Next in the line of cameras is my everyday carry video camera. This is the DJI Pocket 3. And just like I love having an everyday carry photo camera, I love having an everyday carry video camera. This gets used mainly as a family home video camera. I'm using it to film family, film just everyday life and the fun things that are going on. So I love having it in my bag, easily accessible. I take it with me everywhere. That way, if I'm out with the kids, I'm able to pull it out and record some fun stuff. Or if I'm doing a project or maybe a quick YouTube video, I can pull it out and just use it as well. It's so tiny and easy to use that it does not take up a lot of space in here. So I'm completely happy with carrying it with me. And I don't need to carry like a big DSLR or mirrorless camera because this is just so phenomenal. And the final camera that I'm carrying with me, usually I like to have an action camera with me. Sometimes it's the DJI Osmo Action 4. Right now it's the Insta360 Go 3S. And I've done another video on this. I love this camera for its POV. It's a fun camera to use with the kids. I can, you know, grab one of the attachment mounts like this necklace and I can attach it to my daughter. Or if I'm out and I'm wanting to take some photos, whether it be with the XT30 or another camera, and I want a little bit behind the scenes, I can add that to it and just kind of clip it on myself. And I also keep the hat mount on here, but I don't use this one all that often. Usually it's pairing these two together. But this has been a phenomenal little action camera so far. I've only had it for about a month or so, but it's been really fun. This is definitely one I'm taking with us on vacation. So I'll let you know how that goes from vacation standpoint. But I love just having an action camera in here because you don't know when there's going to be a need for it. And it's so tiny that it doesn't matter. It doesn't take up a lot of space. And I'm really not like stretched for space with this. My tech carry is pretty small. So, okay, next is the DJI Wireless 2 system. This is a phenomenal audio solution. This is probably the thing in the bag that gets used the least. Because while I love having it with me and I love having the option to pull this out, most of the time when I'm recording video, I'm just using the in-camera audio from the Pocket 3. If I'm going to film some sort of talking head or I'm doing a project, behind the scenes, then I'll throw one of these mics on. But for the most part, they're kind of just staying in the bag. But that's the one exception to my use everyday rule, because there have been multiple times where I didn't have them with me and I wish I did. Every time I was like, oh, I wish I had that. It's not in the bag, right? So I've just decided carrying this with me, and again, it's a small package. It doesn't take up too much space. So it works for me. And then I always carry with me a power bank because I feel like my computer or my iPad is always running out of juice. So this is the Anker Prime Power. It's the 20,000 milliamp. And I absolutely love this thing. It is a little heavy. It does feel like a bit of a brick, but it's so great. I can plug my computer into it and get a 50% charge on it. It'll charge up my iPad, charge up my phone, charge up any of my other devices if I need to charge this or the Pocket 3. It does the job so well. You've got two USB-C outlets on here, both capable of 100 watt max output. And then you have USB-A here that is capable of 65 watts output. And this is capable of 200 watt output at one time. So I can plug in multiple devices and have it charging at once. And I love the digital screen. I love that it tells you how much charge you have left. And when you have stuff plugged into it, it tells you how much power is going into each device. So that's a really cool device to have with me. Moving right along, in this little Tascam audio pouch, I keep all of my SSDs. So most of the time I've got 3 to 4 to 5 SSDs on here, depending upon what projects I'm working on. I've got one for YouTube, one for weddings. This is one for family stuff. And then any of my other work projects, they're all organized onto different hard drives. Most of the time I'm using these Samsung T7, at least 2 terabytes. The only difference is this is a SanDisk and it is a 4 terabyte. And I really only got it because it was cheaper. It was on sale. But this is my family one, so it's nice that it's very clearly different than the rest of them. So on here, I'll store all of the family videos, all the family photos, stuff like that. So I just like having those easily accessible. I take them with me everywhere because most days I'm working on different things. I'm switching from YouTube mode into work mode into wedding mode and all those different things. So I just carry them all with me. And then with that, it's always necessary to have a cable. So this is just an Anker USB cable. I like having it. It's a little bit more length to it. Braided coil, feels really good. I don't know what the transfer speeds are on it, but it's great. Continuing with cables, I've just got the regular MacBook cable in there as well. And then this power brick from Anker. This is the 736 Nano 2. So it is a 100 watt max output. You can charge computer, iPad, whatever you want. It does have 2 USB-C ports as well as a USB-A port. I believe both of these are 100 watt max output, while this is 22.5 max watt output. And you can use all 3 at one time. You're gonna get 45 watts out of the top one, 30 watts out of the middle, and then 18 watts out of the USB-A port. So great little thing to have in here. Definitely replace just the regular MacBook one with this because of the more versatility. And then I keep this in my bag, which maybe is a little silly, but I love just having a little bit of fun in my bag. So this is the Gameboy Color Kiwi old school with Pokemon Blue This was the first Game Boy I ever got. This is not my original one. I had to buy one. But this is just a fun nostalgic thing. If I'm sitting around and I got nothing to do and I'm away from the office or away from home, I'll pull it out and play with it. If my daughter's, getting bored and I don't have anything to give her, I'll let her play with this. And it's just a fun, nostalgic thing to have. Also, at the same time, you pull it out and you're playing with it, and it's a conversation piece. Like, people come up and ask, like, "Oh, you have a Game Boy Color?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's fun." And so they ask what I'm playing, and inevitably, everyone always knows Pokemon. Because if you know this game, like your Game Boy, like you had it growing up, and so it's just a fun thing to keep with me. I love it. And then I have a few other random accessories, just a little medicine pouch with some Band-Aids in there, and some ibuprofen. And then this is just my accessories pouch. In here, I just keep some random things that I don't want floating around the bag. I've got a phone stand in here. I've got a tripod for the Pocket 3. I have this little Pass the Pig game, which if you've never played this, it's a fun little game. Takes up like literally no space. I mean, this is so tiny. And if I'm bored and I'm out with friends and we've got nothing to do, we can pull this out and play a quick game. And it's just a fun little way to pass the time, and it's random. And then I keep an extra battery for the Fujifilm, as well as extra SD cards for both the Fujifilm and the Pocket 3. Cleaning cloth, AirTag, charger for my Apple Pencil, and then this little dongle to put SD cards into my phone or my iPad if I'm carrying it with me. Up in this top pouch, this front pouch, I've got a few other things. Hand lotion, which is my grandmother's hand lotion, and so every time I open it, it smells like my grandma's house, and I love it. I feel like I always have dry hands. I threw this in here recently because I just got a new tattoo, and so keeping that lotioned. Other stuff that I keep in here, another cable, because it's always good to have extras. Another battery pack. I know I have 2 battery packs in here, but this is more so if my phone dies. This is the Anker Power Core. It's got MagSafe, quick little charge for my phone, USB-C. Most of the time I don't actually throw this on the back of my phone like you're supposed to, because the case I have for my phone doesn't allow for that. So I'll just plug it in USB-C, or more likely I'm giving this to my wife to charge her phone. Why is it that our wife's phones are never fully charged? And then in this pocket, I just keep a little wallet. And most of the stuff in here is just like the things that I don't want to carry in my everyday carry wallet. This is stuff that I'll keep in my backpack. It's like membership cards to, places, or I didn't like, bank cards or gift cards and stuff like that. Stuff that I don't use every day, and so I don't want to have in my wallet. I don't want to bulk my wallet up. So I'll keep it in here and keep it in my bag. And then just some extra pens. I love these little Pilot mini pens. They're simple, they're cheap, they're tiny, which is just kind of cool. And then moving up to the top pocket, this is where I carry just sort of like my books and stuff like that. So I'll keep my Bible. I've got a couple of different notebooks, one for the business, one for like journaling and church stuff. And then this is like my little field notes. That's more just random thoughts, or, stuff like that. Sometimes it just turns into my kid's sketch pad. So I'll keep those things up in this top pocket. And then, there's something else in here. What's in here? Oh yeah, this is where that went. Okay, this is the greatest thing to have with you, even though obviously I've forgotten about it. Always have a Sharpie, but the best part is I've got gaff tape connected to it, so that like if you're in a pinch and you need some gaff tape, you got some here, which is great. I was wondering where that went. And then just some business cards. And then you've got the computer sleeve where I keep my MacBook Pro. M1 MacBook Pro does the job for everything I need it to. And then the final thing that I'll keep in here, this little back pocket, is where I just store my cleaning cloth, because anything bigger than that, I can feel it and I don't like it. But it's good to have that with me. So that's pretty much everything I keep with me on an everyday basis. Some days I'll switch some stuff up, I'll throw it in a sling, or I'll just take the camera out and throw it around on its, strap itself. But for the most part, this is the stuff that I have with me every day, that I'm using every day, that's important to my life as a dad, as a videographer, photographer, pastor, whatever else it may be going on. Yeah, there's been a lot of changes over the years. A lot of downsizing. My everyday carry used to be, you know, big cameras and multiple lenses and things like that. And I'm just like, I don't need that anymore. This is the stuff that I use every day that's important to get my jobs done, but it's also important to film and photograph my family life. So I hope some of the stuff in here was stuff that, you know, you liked, or stuff that you're like, oh yeah, that could be cool to add to my everyday carry. Let me know, what stuff am I missing? What stuff are you gonna add to your everyday carry? And like I said, all the links to all the stuff I'll put down below. If you have any questions, thoughts, comments, concerns, let me know. But yeah, like I said, hope you enjoyed this video. We'll talk to you in the next one.